nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, put your hand down, have a seat. And Mr. Duke, if you'll introduce yourself to the jury, please.
My name is Stephen Duke.
If you'll spell your first name and last name for the court reporter, please.
Stephenduke.
Mr. Duke, how are you employed?
I'm a nurse.
And how long have you been a nurse?
About 8 years.
And where is it that you work currently?
Tiff Regional Medical Center.
And have you worked at Tiff Regional for all of those 8 years?
Yes.
All right. Now, Mr. Duke, do you know a person by the name of Ryan Duke, Ryan Alexander Duke?
Yes, I do.
And who is that?
That is my brother.
And are you older or younger than your brother?
I am 2 years younger.
All right. How old is your brother, Ryan Alexander Duke?
35.
Now, Mr. Duke, do you also know the defendant in this case? Do you know Bo Dukes?
I did, yes.
All right. And how was it that you knew Bo Dukes?
Him and my brother were friends.
In fact, did he and your brother live together at some point?
Yes.
All right. And where was it that they lived together?
For a short while in a trailer in Fitzgerald, Georgia, and then at another house.
All right. Let's talk about the trailer in Fitzgerald, Georgia first. Do you know where that trailer in Fitzgerald, Georgia was located?
I don't remember the exact address, but I know it was across the street from Dormany Medical Center.
And you said, secondly, about a house. Where was that house located?
I don't remember the name of the street, but I know it was across the street from a convenience store in Fitzgerald.
Now, I want to direct your attention back to late October of 2005. Do you know where your brother Ryan was living at that point?
Me and him were living in the trailer.
All right. And what about Bo Dukes?
He stayed there often, but that wasn't his primary residence.
Now, specifically, I assume you recall the weekend that Miss Tara Grinstead went missing. Is that right?
Vaguely, yes, sir.
Back in October of 2005. Vaguely recall that?
Yes.
Now, when after Miss Grinstead went missing, did you have a conversation with this defendant, Bo Dukes, about that?
Some time after that, yes.
Okay. How long after you recall the disappearance of Miss Grinstead did you have a conversation with Bo Dukes?
I don't remember. I know it was cold, so it was still in the winter months.
Okay. So if she disappeared in October, it still would have been, what, November, December? Is that what you're saying?
Possibly, yes.
Okay. Now, where were you when you had this conversation with this defendant, Bo Dukes?
We were at a party.
And had you been drinking?
A little bit, yes.
Had Mr. Dukes been drinking?
Yes. And
when you were at this party, was your brother Ryan Alexander Duke at this party?
No.
And tell me what Mr. Duke said to you.
I can't remember word for word, but he said that he knew who had killed Tara Grinstead, and I said, who? And he said, your brother. And I asked him, kind of shocked, what do you mean? And he said, your brother killed her. I said, are you serious? He said, no, I'm just playing. Don't tell anybody. And
what was Mr. Duke's attitude when he told you that your brother had killed Tara Grinstead?
It seemed nonchalant.
Did you ask him if he did anything?
No, that was pretty much the extent of our conversation.
And your conversation ended after that?
Yes.
And this would have been then in 2005, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Nothing further?
Mr. Fox.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Duke.
Good morning.
My name's John Fox. I have some questions for you. You said this trailer, you can't recall the address.
Right.
Said you were at a party. You can't recall that date.
No.
It was just cold.
It was just cold. I just remember having a fire.
Okay. Where was that party? What was the address?
It was at a friend of ours' house, a mutual friend.
Who was that friend?
Ben and Hank McMahon. It was their house.
Okay. Who else was at that party?
Several people. I don't remember exactly who all was there.
And it's your testimony that after Mr. Dukes told you that your brother, Ryan Dukes, had killed Tara Grinstead, you didn't have any further questions for him about it?
No, sir. I figured he was joking, kidding, just trying to get under my skin.
You knew Miss Grinstead was missing?
Yes.
You knew folks were looking for.
Yes.
You've been interviewed by law enforcement, have you not?
Yes, sir.
Your first interview was February 22nd, 2017, correct?
Yes, sir.
In that interview, you recalled your conversation with Bo from that party, correct?
Yes.
There was no mystery in your mind that your brother's name had come up in the Grinstead investigation at that time in 2017 when you talked with the GBI, correct?
I don't understand what you're asking.
Did you know that your brother's name had come up as a suspect when you were talking with the GBI when they interviewed you?
Yes, they had already arrested him.
Well, your first interview was February 22nd, 2017.
No, sir. I'd never talked with the GBI before they arrested my brother.
Okay. But you did talk with the GBI?
Yes.
If you need to think about those dates for a second, feel free to do so.
They arrested my brother the 21st, 2017. The 22nd is when I talked with them.
All right, so it's your understanding your brother was arrested
Yes.
February 21st?
If I'm not too badly mistaken, yes, sir.
And is your recollection you talked with the GBI before or after your brother was arrested?
After.
All right. And you had a second meeting with the GBI, 12/28/2018. They took some DNA
Yes.
swabs?
Yes, sir.
Took some fingerprints? You didn't give them any information about where you were on October 22nd, 2015, did you?
No, sir.
All right. And you are aware that your brother's attorneys have filed a notice of alibi, correct?
I don't know what that is.
Well, have you talked with your brother's lawyers about where you were on October 22nd, 2015?
Yes.
And you told them that you were home along with your brother Ryan, Bo, and Ben McMahon there at the trailer?
Yes, sir.
You have further stated that Ben was visiting from school and brought a bottle of alcohol, correct?
I agreed. I did not state that.
You agreed.
I don't remember the weekend that well, details about it, but the details that my brother has spoken about, he remembers that weekend better than I do. It doesn't seem unlikely that would have happened.
But you can't say for sure, because
Not
you don't
100
remember that weekend.
Not 100%, no, sir.
And Bo hasn't told you those things, correct?
No.
Ben can't tell you those things because he's no longer alive, correct?
Yes, sir.
So it is not your testimony today then that you know for a fact on October 22nd, 2005, going into October 3rd, 2005, that you, Bo, Ben McMahon, and your brother shared a bottle of alcohol, that Ben left, you went to bed, your brother passed out, and that Bo was allegedly the only one awake.
Not 100% certain, no, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And Mr. Duke, just so I'm clear, when you spoke with GBI on February 22nd of 2017, you didn't tell them my brother couldn't have done it because I remember where he was, right? You
Right.
didn't tell them that.
Right.
And then you spoke with GBI a second time in December 20th of 2018, a second time, and you didn't tell them you know where your brother was, he couldn't have done it at that time either, did you?
Correct.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Anything further?
No, sir, Your Honor.
All right, you step down.
Thank you.